What's up, everybody? This is Investing Sensei here to bring you another episode in the series of how many shares of a certain company do you need to own to make $1,000 a month. Actually, how much do you need to own to make $100 a month, and then also how many shares do you need to own to make $100 every single week. So these are some pretty fun calculations. I really enjoy making these videos, but in this video we will be going over BTI. So we'll start off by going over what they actually do, just a company overview. Then we'll jump into the dividend scorecard, where I'll show you the dividend yield and show you how much they payout ratio, etc. And then we'll jump into the calculations, and then after the calculations I will show you a graph where it shows for this company when the best opportunity was to buy the company, because you would have a higher dividend yield entry point. So definitely stick around. These are the other companies I will be going over in the coming weeks, because this is part of the series. So if there's a company you want me to do that you don't see on the list, let me know in the comment section so I can add it. I have been thinking of actually uploading 2 of these type of videos every single week. Let me know if you'd be interested, just so we can get through this list much quicker. But let's go ahead and get started, guys. So first one is BTI, guys. It's actually British American Tobacco. So it's currently trading about $43.03. And then if we actually go over here to the overview for the company profile, let's go ahead and see how what they actually do, or what the company profile itself. So British American Tobacco provides tobacco and nicotine products to consumers worldwide. It offers vapor, tobacco heating, and modern oral nicotine products, combustible products, and traditional oral products such as snus and moist snuff. The company offers its products under the Kent, Dunhill, Lucky Strike, Pall Mall, Rothmans, Camel, Newport, Natural American Spirit, Being Vapor, THP, and modern oral brands. It distributes its products to retail outlets. British American Tobacco was incorporated in 1902 and is headquartered in London, the United Kingdom. So this is a foreign company for the US. This is actually in the consumer staples sector under the tobacco industry. So this is definitely a sin stock, and employees are 54,365 and founded in 1902. So this company used to be in my portfolio, but they actually don't have much growth, but they do have a really juicy dividend yield, which is actually pretty amazing. But if we look over here, guys, for the information, you'll see at the 52-week range, it's traded at a low of $33.62 all the way to a high of $47.24. EPS is 4.67, PE is 9.22, dividend rates about $2.87, dividend yield 6.66%, market cap's 94.80 billion. So pretty large company. And then if we look at the dividend scorecard, guys, here, and actually if we scroll down some, you'll see that dividend summary. So we got dividend yield. So dividend yield 6.88%, which is insane. It's a huge dividend yield. Mostly tobacco companies, which is more of like in the sin stocks that this would be falling under. They do pay out a huge dividend. Usually I'm invested in Altria instead of BTI, but the annual payout is $2.87. So for every share you own, you would get paid at $2.87. It doesn't look like there's actually showing the payout ratio. No idea why. But the 5-year CAGR here is 5.62%, which is on the lower end. And then dividend growth, only 3 years of dividend growth. That's actually the main reason why I sold out of this company. There's just no growth. My investing time horizon is 10 to 20 years from now, so I definitely like the double-digit 5-year CAGRs. So definitely want to continue that compounding over these 10-20 years from now, because those lower dividend yielding companies, even though they're low dividend yields, but they have double-digit 5-year CAGRs. They will compound very nicely. You'll see that last announced dividend frequency, they pay out quarterly, and the next dividend they will be paying out is on August 22. Ex-dividend date's July 7th, 2022, and they'll pay 74 cents per quarter. So you still have time to enter this if you were interested in BTI. But let's go ahead and pull up the calculator, guys, so that I can go ahead and jump into the calculations. So first one we're gonna actually do, guys, is going to be how much do you need to own of this company, or how many shares or how much total money do you need to have invested in this company today to actually make $1,000 every single month. $1,000 a month is pretty nice. Imagine that's passive income at its best right there. We're gonna eventually get to that. We're definitely not doing it fully in one company. We're diversifying into multiple companies because we want to have that diversification in case something was to happen. But we're just doing this simple math where if you were to want to make $1,000 in this company, you could. But anyways, let's see, we want to make $1,000 every single month. There's actually 12 months in a year, so you multiply that, and we need to make a total of $12,000 a year to be able to make or achieve that. So next thing you'll do is you'll divide the 12,000 by the annual payout, so $2.87. This will give you the number of shares you need to own. So you need to roughly own about 4,181 shares. We're actually going to go up here, and this is the share price of BTI. As you'll see, that's actually down in the pre-market, so you probably need a lot less, but you just multiply this times $43.03, and that will give you the total amount of money you need to own. So you need to own roughly about $179,916 of BTI to make about $1,000 every single month. It's quite a bit of money, but definitely on the lower end because of the dividend yield is much higher than the other companies. But remember, you do want to be diversified. And then a quick way you can calculate this without having to go through that, you could actually just do 12,000, and then you would divide that by the dividend yield, so 0.0688, and then that'll give you roughly around 174,000. So very close to it. All right, guys, so the next one, which is actually how much do you need to own to make $100 every single month, which I think is a more achievable goal. Let's go ahead and calculate that real quick from the previous answer. If you do want to find this, all you have to do is divide it by 10, and that should give you the answer. But let's go ahead, just because it's fun calculating these. So $100 is what we want to make a month. There's 12 months in a year again, so 1,200 is what we need to make annually. So you divide this by the annual payout, so per share $2.87. So we need to roughly own about 418 shares of BTI, which I think is pretty achievable. You can. So you multiply that times the share price, which is $43.03. So you need to own about $17,991. About $18,000 is what you'd need to own in BTI, and you'd be making about roughly $100 every single month, which is quite a bit of money. Again, real quick way to calculate this is 1,200 by the amount that you want, and then divide it by the dividend yield, so 0.0688, and that gives you roughly around 17,000. So yeah, that's pretty cool, guys. Let's go ahead and do the last one, guys, which is how much do you need to have invested to make $100 every single week. I think this one's the much better one. Imagine making $100 every week. That would be pretty sweet. But $100 every week, there's actually 52 weeks in a year, so you need to roughly own about $5,200, and so you divide this by the annual payout, which is $2.87. So you need to have about 1,811 shares of BTI. You could probably end up selling covered calls, imagine on 1,000, so about 10, almost 11 contracts, no, 18 contracts is what you could do. But you would multiply this times the share price, which is $43.03, and you kind of need to have about $77,963.76 invested in BTI at the current share price. and remember, it is down pre-market, so you probably need a little less slightly. And then quick way to calculate this: 5,200 divided by the dividend yield, which is 0.0688, and that's about 75,000. So roughly around that, 75 to 78,000. And yeah guys, this is what I have for you on the calculations. Let me know if you own BTI in the comment section, and again, while you're down there, be sure that you're subscribed with that bell notification, and drop a big thumbs up on the video to help out the channel as well. If there's a company you want me to do, let me know in the comment section so I can add it to the list. And then let's go ahead and jump over here to the dividend yield, which I showed you guys. So this is actually a graph that the higher is the better. So right here it tells you the dividend yield of BTI. So obviously if there's a higher dividend yield or higher number, meaning that you get the better dividend yielding entry point. So if we look at 2019, you'll see that BTI, you could have had like about an 8% dividend yield starting. And then if you scroll, I guess if you go over here, 2020 March, I think March 2020 was the best entry for most of the stocks that I've done. But that's almost a 9.56% dividend yield. That is pretty amazing. And then over here, it's been hovering around 7 to 8%, and then lately it's actually gone down, and that is probably because the share price of BTI has gone up. But yeah guys, this is actually all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know in the comment section which company you want me to do next. I will be going off the list if you guys don't, but yeah, be sure that you're subscribed with that bell notification if you have not done so already, and drop a big thumbs up on the video. I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye guys.